Hello again, team. Jay here. So you've been working on these projects and all these different buildings. You've come to a point where you've finished all the automated Lisp routines, you've finished all the manual grind, and you've finished the QA/QC. So the next task that you have to do before moving on to the tedious and laborsome layer mapping is to create a check PDF drawing of the work that we've accomplished so far. So I'm going to show you how to do that next. So what you'll want to do is you'll want to have your project open, and you'll probably want to use one of the Lisp routines that we've already been using, the manual filter. So just type manfill into the command prompt, and what it'll do is it'll just launch and kind of create. You've seen this before, manfill. So this is GLMV man filter. Okay. So you'll see that it just kind of strips away all the unnecessary stuff. So what we need to do, guys, is we need to submit to Meredith, our client. We need to submit to her just a couple of PDFs that kind of show the result of what's going to happen for Plan On, rather than all the drawing congested with all the text overlapping. We have no control over that, so we're just going to give her what we do have control over. So we'll make this stripped down version for her to go look at. Okay. Next, the step is to plot this. So I'll show you the plot settings that I would prefer that you use. Okay, so here we'll go to. Let me start with the plotter. We're going to use the classic DWG to PDF PC3. Okay, I'm going to use that one. Next, you're going to choose the size, and we're looking for the 11 by 17, which I believe is toward the bottom of the list here. I don't think it matters one way or the other which orientation you choose. I don't think that matters. But just make sure it's 11 by 17. Next, in the plot area, you'll choose a window. In this window, I have found that as I've been doing this, the window changes location based on where the floor plan is. So it'll appear in random places. So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to ensure that you make your window large enough so that it'll encompass that. Make sure that it's centered. And where's my center option? Center the plot. Okay. And you're going to use this monochrome color table. Okay. So it just prints it as black and white. Monochrome. All right. So what's next? Let's go look at the preview here. All right. So here's the preview. This is what we want. And when I first did this, I was like, hey, I've got these previews. And then I realized, oh no, how does my client, Meredith, how does Meredith know what drawing I'm working on? What am I showing her here? There's no real context. So even if she were to mark this up and send it back to me, how do I know what file to go work on, right? So I decided, okay, there's a nifty little trick there that we can leverage in the plot dialog box. And it's this one called... where's the plot stamp? Plot stamp on. It's under the plot options, plot stamp on, okay? Now, the stamp, what I did is I configured this so that it gives me the drawing name only, and it gives me the date and time, okay? The next thing that I did is I went down here to advanced, and here what I did is I just told it, look, give me Calibri, I guess is the font style that I chose. You can choose anything as long as it's legible. And then depending on if you're in metric or an imperial, it's going to give you one of these heights. Okay? So next what we'll do is... Oh, I got a message from Glenn. Hi, Glenn. Good. So next what we'll do is let's go preview this. Let's see what this looks like. Okay? So if I go click on preview, I can see that I got my outline there, and at the bottom I've got my file name along with the directory and the date and time stamp there. Okay, so this is exactly what we need to do, and from here I'll just plot it, and I will put it in the same folder that I was working on earlier there. So I'll just go to my project, and I don't know how you have your folder set up, guys. I've got mine independent here. I'm not working off the share drive. but I'll put it in the appropriate folder, and then I'll make a subfolder within there to hold the PDF. Okay, so here's my Stuttgart project, and I've made, as you can see here, a PDF folder, and then I just save it there. Okay, so that's all I'm doing. One little hang-up that I did run into is sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes when you go into your next project, let me just open up another one, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let's go to Wichita. Let's go to this guy right here. Okay, so this one I've already completed. I've already done. I've even made the PDF. But let's say this is the next one on your list. So again, man filter, GLMV man filter. Of course, if I spell it right. Now we're going to plot it. Okay. Now because I've already made it once, I can use the previous plot. I can use all the settings that I had just done before, but you'll notice that when I preview this, there's nothing there except for a little bit of it. So why is that? And that has everything to do with where the window was placed previously. I told you earlier that sometimes the footprints tend to change location. So you'll just have to select the window option there. Probably every time you'll have to do that. And every once in a while, here's the gotcha, okay? You're going to try to plot this, and you'll do a preview, and everything is in color. And you'll be like, why? Why is it in color? How come I can't get it in black and white? So some of these architects who have worked on these projects, they used what's called the style table, okay? A style table. It's a template in AutoCAD that uses style tables rather than color tables. They work differently, and they produce drawings in a different format. I don't particularly like style tables. I prefer color tables, okay? It just so happens to be that if it's a style table, it's going to say monochrome.ctb missing. No matter what you do, it's going to say monochrome.ctb and in parentheses missing, okay? If it's a style table based drawing. It's an easy correction, okay? So if it's in color, and if this little guy right here says it's missing, we can cancel out, and there's a command called convert. It's this guy right here. ConvertPstyles, okay? All right, let me bring up the documentation from Autodesk on what this is. ConvertPstyles, it takes a plot style command, and it allows you to convert it back to color table, okay? So the color table. So if you find that particular CTB is missing, that color table is missing, you can use this command, ConvertPstyles, and it'll reset it to color table. Then you can go and do that print. Okay, so that's your next phase. Once you complete the drawings, go back in, do the man filter, and ensure that you make a check PDF so that we can give this to our client when it's her time to do the quality assurance check on her behalf, right? So ensure that you just save the PDFs somewhere located within the same folder as the drawings, or just organize it properly so that when we submit this back up, we've got that done. Super simple task. It's repetitive, and you can just use, once you've got the first one done, you can just use the previous plot and get 99% of the stuff done. You'll just have to do the window every time the building shifts location. Okay, so that's your next task. Let me know if you have any questions. We're just making PDFs of the work that we did. Okay, thanks. See you guys.